I've had a lot of surgeries, and I've been encouraged to do it and start it, and I finally did, and it helps my head and helps.
All right, and welcome back to the Carmenella Show. We are here on week 4, is it now?
Yeah, Epi 4.
Epi 4. So we're back with some special guests, and as you guys know, we typically dress like our, like the teammates that we bring on. So I don't know if it's obvious. It is obvious to us, of course. We see her every day, but we have a special guest named, what's her name again?
Leslie Osborne.
That's the one.
You know what? And the best part about this is that she has no idea what she's getting herself into because. Has she watched our show yet?
I said, you're on the Carmenella Show. She said, what's that?
Yeah,
so,
she hasn't been involved yet.
It's a bit new for her, so
and then
she's
we
up for a
have
treat.
Somebody else joining us as well.
That's right. Her name is Taylor Vansel. She is basically a youngin on the team who has done an incredible, a rookie. We call her Rook, right?
Yeah.
She's done an incredible job. The last 2 games has really done a good job for this team. The reason we brought them on together, to be honest, is because they have a very interesting dynamic, which you'll get to experience. So we're looking forward to that, and hopefully the show will be as entertaining as the last few.
Yeah, and I don't know. I know you were gone last week.
I was. Yeah.
So we played, right? Obviously, you watched the game.
Totally.
And there was this thing that happened on Twitter. And somehow the royal family got out, and that's fine. Thank you so much. But the thing was that somebody was talking about getting knighted.
Who?
Yeah, so I got like probably 10 or 15 things about being knighted.
Oh, the peasant being knighted? That's not going to happen. I mean, no amount of kind gestures will get you to that point.
Next week,
so
stay tuned, maybe.
Probably not. Thanks anyway. But on we get to the interviews. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Welcome back. Obviously, our guests that have joined us.
Hello, guys. Woo! Welcome to our wonderful show.
Yeah.
If you have time, actually, before we start, these glasses are basically showing how Leslie lives her life in every day. This is Leslie in a nutshell, right? So if you guys don't mind, go ahead and put these on.
Sum it up
for the rest of the interview.
Okay.
We're gonna.
Do I?
You as well, please.
Okay.
It's more for you than anyone. So. Thank you, Leslie, and go on, Ella. Start.
Okay. Oh no, you're good. Right. So today we're gonna ask them each 3 questions, give or take, and then we have a fun little game to play, and then we have 2 bonus rounds. It's gonna be a good one.
That's gonna be a very good show.
Act like you're excited.
I am so excited. I can't wait for your first.
She has no idea about the show anyway.
Who would like to go first?
Leslie's all over it.
Okay.
Thanks, Taylor. Gentle.
First question. Now this was, a lot of people helped us with these questions.
Oh, good.
So, okay. Number
Taryn
1.
and Rory were part of this.
So what would you say is your favorite nickname? I'm going to give you 3 choices. Okay. Number 1, Ozzy. Number 2, Lester. And number 3, Les. It's hard.
Yeah.
My favorite would be Ozzy out of that.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll just go with it.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
All right, you're out.
Yeah, next question. So we know that you're super passionate about soccer, but you have a lot more to you, of course. So if you don't mind sharing with people some of your other passions, and I know you basically do something on a daily basis that I think a lot of people would be interested in knowing about. So what would that be?
Yeah.
That would be it.
Well, for fun, I'm a yogi. I do yoga every day. It's called Core Power Yoga, and I go every day.
Yes.
And all my teammates know what time I go.
6:15.
We have to actually hurry this up
Yeah.
to get,
Yeah. So I'm already thinking about how I can't be late.
Okay, you gotta hurry up because she's gotta go to work. But what do you like about it? Why do you go?
I started about 2 years ago to help my body. I've had a lot of surgeries, and I've been encouraged to do it and start it, and I finally did. And it helps my head and it helps my body, and it's a daily routine, and I love it.
Good outlet. Excellent. Really nice. All right. Thank you for sharing that.
I'm sure you're welcome.
Yeah, it's so cool. One more for you then.
Okay, one more. You're very special. Very.
Oh, thanks.
Can we say your outfit though first? Could you stand up and show us your outfit just to see if we got it correctly?
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah, see if we got
We
it.
didn't actually tell her we were going to
No.
do this. I should be in a tank top, but hey, this is when
nice.
it's a little cooler. Anyway, so she wore this without us knowing that
Yeah.
she was going to wear this. So we're pretty spot on about Leslie. Thank you.
A+ for us. Okay, if you had to describe how exactly you eat your bagels. We have a picture coming live shortly,
good.
okay?
Oh,
good. Did
We
we
tried to
see
get a
the
bagel,
picture?
but we didn't get to find one. So if you had to just describe, let's say in 3 key points.
Okay. I like crusty,
That's quotable.
hard.
Okay. No, how you eat it. Rewind.
Because
Come
I
on.
like crusty and things. I
Yeah.
like to eat the outside. So I usually eat the outside of a bagel, the outside of a donut hole, the crust off the pizza. That's what I do.
Again, we'll send you a picture.
We'll send you a
guys.
picture.
That's
It's
gonna
not
be-
like anything I've
It's not
ever
that
seen
weird.
before.
It's
No,
not that weird.
I must say, no.
No,
It's
It could-
normal.
it could be worse.
You're right. It could be a lot worse.
Yeah.
Honestly, you have
Yeah.
nothing to worry about. So,
Thanks, Con.
welcome. So, Taylor, we'll move on to you.
Great. Oh, yeah,
You
okay.
have the first one.
So you've been with Rory since you were about 12,
Mm-hmm.
which goes about 10 years right now.
Yeah.
So could you say the biggest difference from when he coached you then, or the 10 years, if he's changed, if you still love him as much now as you did then?
Or more.
Or
I mean,
more,
that's
yeah.
possible.
We'll go with love, go with life.
Okay. Good start.
Yeah. No, I think he's gotten a little bit nicer with age.
Wow.
Definitely. Not as
Missed
much
that.
of the running nightmares and everything that we used to do when we were younger.
Okay.
But, that might be an age thing.
Right.
But, yeah, I mean, Rory's just Rory.
Good. That's
Excellent.
unique.
Yeah.
If someone
That's
say
a good
unique, there it is.
Okay, so on the topic of unique, so why don't you go ahead and tell us some of the things you like to do in your off time?
Baking, cooking, drawing,
Okay.
painting.
Oh yeah, she does do little characters, the cartoons.
Yeah, you can draw.
Oh, that's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and I have a nannying job, which is awesome. So
Yes.
it takes up a lot of time.
Uh-huh. If you weren't playing soccer, what is something that you would choose to do with your time?
Oh. If I wasn't playing soccer,
You
No,
make
I-
candles.
yeah.
Okay,
Candles,
there
there
it is.
Candle
That's what I
making.
do.
That's good. You did it once, maybe you can do it again. I think that would be pretty
Why
cool.
not?
All right, well, good. We have a little fun game for you guys as well, okay? So,
You gotta turn your brain on. You
you
guys
gotta turn your brain on.
Okay.
This is a bit of rapid fire. I'll give you a bit of background. So, you have to just finish the sentence, okay?
They're like common sayings.
These are cliches.
Yeah.
Cliches. Okay. Got a bit of inside information. This isn't Leslie's strong point, so
And we're hoping Taylor
Pretty
steps
sure-
up to the bar.
I'm pretty sure she's messed up more than she's got right. So,
Where's
here-
Taryn? I'm here to finish telling.
I wouldn't call Taryn in a moment because she's the one who actually suggested it. So.
That wasn't me.
Taryn Bell.
Taryn Bell. We're gonna, if you don't mind. So sticks and stones will break your bones, but
Words would never hurt me.
yeah, that's
Very good.
All right,
Are
she
you
nailed
sure
it.
that's right? Word.
Yes, that's right.
Guys, we're not acting like this
Not
in real
too
life.
long,
So the next one here. The early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse.
This is for you, Les.
Me?
Yeah.
That was for
For
Taylor.
Taylor, for Taylor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the second mouse
I don't know. Gets the cheese.
gets the cheese. Got it. Well done. Okay, well done. Melissa, you're next.
Okay. Les, there's just 2 blanks, so there's just 2 words you have to add into this one,
Yes.
okay?
So she knows
People in a glass house shouldn't blank blank.
it. Okay, go on then. Maybe just give it to her.
Okay, throw, and then what's the last one?
People in the glass house shouldn't throw
Throw.
balls.
Bricks or stones?
Bricks or stones? You know,
Balls and then get it.
also break the glass as well. It would.
Okay.
It would.
Okay.
It's not the
Thanks
worst
for that
answer.
one.
Yeah.
Here's another one. Don't count your chickens
Before they hatch.
There it is.
Excellent. Very good. All right.
The reason we call these two on, they're two exceptional people, but they have a very unique, they have a very interesting relationship. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch roles.
Yes.
So Leslie, I want you to act how Taylor acts towards you, and then Taylor, I want you to act how Leslie acts for you.
Oh, I can nail this.
Taylor's ready. I think she does it actually on her own time.
Yes.
And nobody asks her.
Yes.
So why don't you let's
Go
show
ahead,
everybody your
you
dynamic.
guys take over.
You're so annoying.
I love you too, Leslie.
That's pretty much it. Just
Okay,
tell everybody
okay.
what this is. This is the root of this.
She's a bully.
Can you just tell us how it started, that first
Yeah.
practice, when somebody...
Well, it started before that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's just when it came out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Bully rookie.
Right.
We're playing.
Right.
5v5. You know, I'm
Yeah.
delicate, I'm a veteran, I'm a little old already. I'm playing, the ball's up in there coming to me, I'm about to flick it on and like score a goal, and she pushes me from behind.
Really?
And it could have hurt, you know, it kind of hurt, but it scared me, and I was like,
What was your reaction?
I said, Taylor, you can't do that.
Well, your dinosaur butt wasn't in the way.
The bonus question is this. As Leslie said, her passion is yoga. So, whoever can tell me, you can pick any pose you want,
Any pose.
and whoever can name this pose,
Gets
gets the free ticket. So whoever
pretty
can
good,
watch
huh?
this video, tell me what pose she's doing, gets the 2 tickets for the game this Sunday, 3 o'clock versus Boston. It's a big game.
Well, thank you guys for your time and your energy and your banter. That was quite honest. Expected a little bit more than we had hoped for, but you guys take it off the field a little bit too, which is good. So, anyways, long story short, let's join us next week for, well, when's the next time we'll be back?
We're in Kansas City.
Kansas.
Yeah, Kansas City. So hopefully, next week.
Next week. Okay, let's go ahead and vote and see, who you guys would like on the show next, and we'll go from there. So, thank you guys.
Thanks, y'all.
A very pleasant good evening and welcome to the village of Lisle, Benedictine University Sports Complex in Lisle, Illinois. We're about 30 miles west of the city of Chicago for tonight's matchup between FC Kansas City and your Chicago Red Stars. The Chicago Red Stars, coming off a couple of big wins in the past couple of weeks, look to face Kansas City for the first time. These two teams will face off in a pair of home-and-home games as the Red Stars will be traveling to Kansas City to face off this Sunday. A lot of new faces that we're going to be seeing today for both sides. Kansas City with 6 players with international assignments, both with Canada, missing a couple of players, and then, of course, 4 players will be with the U.S. national team, and they're friendly. The Chicago Red Stars are missing their starting goalkeeper and starting center back as well, both on assignment with Canada. So we'll be seeing a lot of new faces out there today. We do not have the starting lineups yet, but as you can see, the players are lined up on the field. So we'll let you listen to the PA announcer, and we'll get the national anthem here in just a second as well.
And now, the starting lineup for today's visitors, FC Kansas City. The captain for FC Kansas City, number 6, Jen Buzzkowski. In the goal, number 1, Bianca Henninger. Number 2, Melissa Henderson. Number 7, Casey Lloyd. Number 8, Courtney Jones. Number 9, Merritt Matthias. Number 13, Lee Ann Robinson. Number 15, Erica Timrack. Number 16, Nia Williams. Number 17, Sinead Farley. And number 20, Katie Kelly. The head coach for FC Kansas City, Vlatko Andonovsky. And now, let's introduce you to the starting lineup of your Chicago Red Stars. The captain for the Red Stars tonight, number 22, Sonia Foose. In the goal for the Red Stars, number 20, Taylor Vancil. Number 4, Alyssa Motts. Number 8, Jessica McDonald. Number 9, Maribel Dominguez. Number 10, Denora Garza. Number 13, Lydia Vandenberg. Number 14, Karen Hemmings. Number 18, Jackie Santa Catarina. Number 19, Julianne Sitch. And number 23, Michelle Wenino, the head coach for your Chicago Red Stars, Mr. Rory Bain, who is assisted by Stephanie Foster, Christian Lavers, and Trey Manny. As we honor the men and women at home and abroad who fight for our freedoms and keep us safe.
Okay, the starting lineups are complete. So is the national anthem. As you noted, a couple of big changes, notably for the Chicago Red Stars. No Ella Master today, no Lori Kolupny. They are available as substitutes on the bench. Of course, for yet another straight game for Kansas City, they are without leading scorer, or tied for leading scorer with Lauren Cheney. Renee Cuellar is also out for them. They called up 3 players from the reserve team who are also available as substitutes for them at the end of their 3-game road trip. FC Kansas City, the Blues sporting their visiting whites today. Chicago setting up in their light blue tops, white shorts, and blue socks for the start of this game. Of course, FC Kansas City's back line may be tested today, losing Becky Sauerbrunn, Lauren Sesselman, among others, but they do have some stalwarts back there. Jim Buskowski may be called back into more of a center back role. Leanne Robinson also. So we'll see how that plays against Chicago, trying some new faces. Inka Grings, part of the German contingent that has really helped Chicago resurrect their season. She is sitting down today, giving way to a couple of the Mexican national team players that are ready to play for Chicago today. Both very talented players, high ceiling for them as they come into this match. It'll be interesting to see how they perform under today's conditions. Today's weather here in Chicago, after a couple of storms and some rain last night, has yielded a beautiful day today. Temperatures in the low 70s, perfect for some soccer. Winds are light and variable. They're moving a little bit from the right to the left across your screen. I'm now joined alongside by Amanda Sinelli, 1 season with the St. Louis Athletica, 1 season with the Atlanta Beat, and then a couple seasons here with the Chicago Red Stars. Now retired. Amanda, welcome.
Thank you so much, Ben. It's great to be here, and I'm looking forward to a great game.
Absolutely. It should be a great game. Again, Kansas City sitting 4th place overall in the NWSL right now. Chicago looking to try to make some ground up in these next couple of matches, and they'll need to do so if they want to have a chance of making the playoffs. Something that seemed a little bit out of reach a few weeks ago, but now with a couple more wins, if they can string some together, it could be a very real possibility. Chicago will be moving right to left across your screen, Kansas City left to right. Chicago will have the kick. Julian Sitch in the center circle. Garza plays to Sitch and now drops it back. And Chicago moves with the ball early here. Winino on the far side. FC Kansas City looks like they're playing their standard 4-5-1 formation. Winino, a tough challenge early. Sounded like they collided heads. You could hear the sound of that impact up here in the booth. She seems to be okay. Very tough challenge. Farley was a player who went in there for Kansas City. Both players seem to be all right. Consulting the trainers a little bit. Never how you want to start the game inside of 1 minute in a huge collision. Back ready to play. Kansas City plays it deep. All the way back. Near side for Hemmings. Long ball picked off and then lost by Courtney Jones. Here's Vandenberg for the Red Stars. Santa Catarina gave it away to Jones. She looks forward. Finds Melissa Henderson. Now wide. Lloyd. Knocked away by Winino. It'll be a Kansas City throw on the far side. Thrown into the corner. Double teamed. Tried to play clear. Couldn't get it past Lloyd. She drops it back. Gets a return pass. Tried to slip it through. It'll go off another Red Star and be a throw for Kansas City in the corner. Henderson. Back to Lloyd. Avoids pressure from McDonald. And finally, the Red Stars retain possession with Santa Catarina. Sitch on the far side. Foose lays it deep. Good touch there by Dominguez. Mexican national. Here's Sitch. Tried to find Dominguez. Good interception there for Kansas City. And now they try to run the break. Lloyd. Henderson. Double teamed. Lost it, but Kansas City will retain possession with another far side throw. Here in the 3rd minute of play. Henderson flicked that header on. Hemmings looked for Vansel to come out and play that. Didn't. She got it away. In deep for Dominguez, giving chase. Good play there by Katie Kelly to turn it away from danger. Lots of space here. Farley played it in. Good 1-2 play there. Now plays it wide. Cross across, saved by Vansel. Across the face of goal. She had to make the punch and did well. Courtney Jones with a good effort there, streaking down the near side. Good 1v1 matchup there, but it's cut away. Chicago trying to find some possession early. Here's McDonald. She's fought off the ball. Given away rather easily to Hemmings. Here's Vandenberg running the near side. Looks for options. Red Star's trying to stream forward here. Dominguez surrounded by 2 defenders and lost it to Matthias. In her standard right back role, she's getting up into the attack early for Kansas City. Good steal there by Winino. Given away again, though.
Yeah, it looks like the Chicago Red Stars are playing a high line of defense, putting a lot of pressure on their back line right now.
Yeah, Chicago's had a little bit of trouble early in the season getting pressure forward. They, of course, a rough schedule playing Seattle. Portland is more times as you would want. Good move there by Dominguez to escape a couple of defenders. Tried the cross, easily dealt with. Dominguez tries again. Almost made it all the way across. Banked off a Red Star player. That was McDonald who had banked off of. It will be a goal kick for the Blues early on here. In Chicago, maybe reaping the benefits or feeling a little lucky, although they are resting a lot of players today, that they're such a deep team compared to other teams in the league. They may not have the national team call-ups, especially on the U.S. side, that other teams have to endure. But it makes the Red Stars a very capable team. When those call-ins happen, you see the Red Stars really responded. That also coincided with bringing in, of course, Inka Grings and Sonia Foos to help solidify their starting lineup. But a team like Kansas City, you're not used to some of these faces that are out there for them today. Very deep team as well, though, Kansas City. Vandenberg on the near side across midfield for Chicago. Tapped away by Courtney Jones. Good steal there by Sitch, who came over to win it. Now Sitch ahead of steam. Looks for options. Got tackled from behind, and it will be a foul and a free kick to Chicago.
That was great by Sitch. Really starting that counterattack. Great defense.
Sitch came over to win that ball. Move forward with pace, so it will be a free kick for Chicago. About 35 yards from the net of Benninger. Henninger getting the start, of course. Nicole Barnhart called up for the national team as well. So it is the German national. Looks like she's eyeing this up. Sonia Foos. But it will be. Foos goes direct. Never on target. Henninger had to cover the whole way. But first real semi-threat there from Chicago early on. Henninger drives it low. That was won by Jackie Santa Catarina. Sitch lost it though, and now here's Melissa Henderson. Tried to play the ball over the top. Brought down. Looks through there again for Courtney Jones. She sends it across. Winino almost played it into her own net.
Those balls are always tough. You know, when an outside midfielder forward crosses it and your defenders are running towards your own net, it's always a risk of hitting it into your own goal.
She almost did there. Took a big sigh of relief after that one just flew over the top of the crossbar. It will be a far side corner kick for the Blues. Near post ball, just headed wide. It's a good effort there. Early on here, it's really been Courtney Jones who's provided a lot of problems for Chicago early on here down this right flank. And she was the one that almost got that flick there to the near post. Hemmings tried to contest the ball in for Garza. It's taken away again. Jones, that's tapped out of bounds.
You know, Ben, something I noticed is Jackie Santa Catarina, she's moved into the more of a midfield role. Usually she's in the back. And I think they want to use her height and her ability to win balls there in the midfield, in the air. How do you feel about that?
I think that's right. I mean, I think Kansas City is typically a very tall team. Lauren Cheney, never afraid to use her head, but looking out there now, they definitely have some height out there. Even players like Buskowski, who never afraid of winning a few headers as well. So part of the physical nature that we've seen so far this season, certainly expect to see today in a game that is going to mean a lot to both teams, but especially to Chicago as they try to pull themselves out of a early season slump. Jackie Santa Catarina, of course, typically a center back for Chicago, reserve center back, stepping into that holding midfielder role. Leslie Osborne out. And of course, Shannon Box, who's still recovering from her knee injury. Motts avoided some pressure. Found Dominguez. Goes far side for Winino, who has lots of space.
Great switch there.
Winino. Good ball in for Santa Catarina. She tried the through ball, just a little too much on that. It's a good look to the far side, though.
I like that the Red Stars are starting to switch the point of attack, not using just one flank all the time. So that's, I think, going to be a key in this game.
They're also really having their midfielders move fluidly. Now Sitch is over here on the left side. Motts is giving chase too, but it's a full head of steam for Courtney Jones. She crosses the midfield stripe. Looks for a long ball. Got it in the path. Looks to fire. Can't shoot. Waits for help. Good ball in. Here's Jones again. Taken away, and now finally cleared by Hemmings. Good step in by Winino. Katie Kelly's over there for the throw. Drops it in again for Jones. Taken away by Winino. Forward for Dominguez. Good fight there from Kelly to win a couple of balls and force the Chicago throw.
I think one thing you can guarantee with Winino in the back there is she's always going to go into those tackles hard. She's a tough cookie.
Another player down there for the Blues in a heap. Holding her face there. Referee will check on her. We are in the 12th minute of play, still 0-0 in Lisle, Illinois. A couple of substitutes. That was Buskowski down there. A couple of Blues subs up, getting loose just in case. Kansas City restarts from their own end.
You can hear Rory, the coach of the Red Stars, on the other side of the field, you know, barking instructions to his defenders to push up and stay tight to those outside midfielders. He really wants to keep that defensive line high, I think.
There's Tamrak, who's dropped into the midfield to get some more balls at her feet. Red Stars now trying to push high. Good sliding challenge there from Vandenberg. Came in at full steam, but couldn't win it. A little bit unlucky there. Good spin move out of danger there by Buskowski. She looks for a through ball into the path of Jones, but Hemmings deals with it easily. A couple of gasps from the crowd on that play back to Vansel. She was able to get to it easily. Another near win by Buskowski. Kept in by Motts. Now to Vandenberg. Kelly won it, but Sitch came out of there with it. Now Sitch to Garza. Santa Catarina. Sitch again. Dominguez. Good layoff for Garza. Hounded by Buskowski. Tried the through ball for Motts. Was well covered, and now Henninger comes out to claim it.
Nice string of passes there to get forward.
Yeah, Red Stars finding a little bit more space in the midfield here as time goes on. Matthias, tough ball to play. Knocked around, and Vandenberg just kills it deep. Melissa Henderson looks like she's moved into more of a forward role, being supported just underneath of her by Timrak and Farley. Buskowski behind them in the Kansas City midfield. Vandenberg, the left back for the Red Stars, tries to find a through ball. That's over. And Hinninger collects it easily. Kelly will restart for Kansas City out of the back. Pops it forward. Right to the feet of Sonia Foos. Winino. Lots of space for Jackie Santa Catarina in the middle of the field. Dominguez. Dominguez, good move. Couldn't go all the way through there. Mott, square. Almost for Santa Catarina. Good one header, and then out by Buskowski. Only as far as Julian Sitch, though. Winino, good switch here. Vandenberg. Matthias marks Garza. Won the ball. Courtney Jones couldn't collect it, though. Hemmings. Jackie pressured again by Buskowski. And a good touch off there. And another one. Back to Melissa Henderson. Melissa Henderson's into the box. She looks for options. Tries to cut back. And then is finally cleared away. Good check back there by Julian Sitch. Red Stars breathe another sigh of relief as Vandenberg takes the air out of the ball. Garza. Lots of space wide. Winino. Cuts inside. Tough challenge by Kelly. Fighting with Dominguez. She tried to play a ball into the corner. It was just a little bit too much. Katie Kelly playing well in that center back role today for Kansas City early on here. Hinninger to take the kick. What's your bet? Do you think we'll see any of Lori Kolupny or Ella Masser today, or are they sitting down for the game?
I think we're gonna see them at some point. I think Rory's just trying to play around with his lineup a little bit and get some fresh legs in there, and see if anyone can ignite a little bit of something special out there.
Certainly a lot of games in the coming days, including one this Sunday for both of these squads. So I'm sure it'll put a lot of pressure on Kansas City as well. Having to worry about flying home and resting up for Sunday's match. Good ball here again for Courtney Jones. Jones looks for options, has Henderson, plays it across the face of goal. Just a little bit too much on it though. Vansel covers it easily. But again, Courtney Jones looking dangerous down the near side.
I think one of the great things about how deep Chicago Red Stars are is they have the ability to rest some of their, those players that have been getting a lot of minutes.
Here's Dominguez on the far side. She sends a cross in. Dealt with first time, but not totally clear. Here's Dominguez again. Tries to shake, but good win there. Now plenty of space here.
But like I was saying, they have the ability to rest those key players, and so that later in the season, those players can still be healthy. And now that they're getting minutes to the players who haven't been playing as much, they can get used to getting on the field, getting into the rhythm of the game, and I think that's going to help them deeper into the season.
It's a good touch there by Garza to win that ball down. Try to flick it over the top here. Good move there by Jess McDonald. She has some speed. She cuts inside. Looks across. Has Dominguez for the one-timer just wide. Never on target, but another good chance there for Chicago. A little bit of back and forth action here.
Yeah, some great work down the sideline there by McDonald. They need more of that down the flanks and getting crosses in where they can be dangerous in front of the box.
Just seems like there's an awful lot of space for each side's midfield to work in right now. It's leading to a fairly open game thus far.
Mm-hmm.
McDonald gives chase. Shields off Matthias. Found Sitch. Garza lost it. Buskowski plays it back. Lloyd there with it. Played it all the way back. Farley, nice move to get away from danger, and Farley plays it wide to the right back, Matthias. A couple of step-over moves on Vandenberg. Stays with her well, though. But another good through ball, and yet again it's Jones on the near side. Jones looks to cross. Hemming stayed with her, but it will be a corner kick for Kansas City on the near sideline. 20th minute here, still no score. Chicago Red Stars, Kansas City. A free corner kick will be taken by Lloyd, it looks like, who will line it up for her right foot. Chicago marking man-to-man as Lloyd plays it in. Santa Catarina does what she does best and wins the header. Lloyd again. Try to cut inside. Mott's trying to mark, but Lloyd still wins the best of it. And then it's finally cleared out of danger by Chicago. Buskowski tried to play it back in. Motts looked forward for Dominguez. Buskowski was able to come back and win that and played it all the way back to Benninger. Good job by Buskowski to avoid a couple of Red Stars, and she gets fouled, so it will be a free kick just inside of midfield. Jim Buskowski's coming to the game with a lot of energy today. You just tell that she is obviously wants to win, but her class just shows on a field where a lot of national team players are missing today. Also brings a ton of experience. As she chips this ball in, that's going to be easy for Vansel to handle out of her back line.
I think Jen, too, comes in with a little bit of an advantage, having played with many of these Red Stars players last year.
That's right, of course. Tamarack was marking Hemmings, who did well to get away from her. Jess McDonald, who's been switching sides, fights through a couple of blues to win the ball back for Sitch. Hemmings, forward for Motts. Back to Hemmings. Fires it deep, looking for the path of Dominguez, but just a little too long, and it will be a Kansas City throw. Matthias threw it right in off the chest of Jones. It goes right back over to the Red Stars there. Not quite what they had in mind. Those two chat about the strategy for the next throw as Vandenberg steps up to take it. A little bit better of a 1-2 there. Motts slid it through. Garza looked for Dominguez. Not quite. And cleared away. Vandenberg crosses it in. McDonald is going to get there first. She can't control it. Instead, it comes to Farley, who has it for Kansas City. Henderson, good touch to Timrak. She looks back forward for Henderson, who's in a foot race. Henderson will win it, take it to the sideline, reverse her field, and look for options. Slid it through. Timrak almost found the final through ball there. Instead, it finds the foot of Sitch.
Yeah, there are not too many foot races Henderson's going to lose out there. She is quite quick.
Back comes Kansas City now into the attacking third. Chips it back. Robinson. Robinson sends a high ball in. Henderson. Foul there. It will be a Red Stars free kick. A shove in the back. It's right in the sun here. That was on Henderson. Trying to get herself free on the back post off the ball from Leanne Robinson. 24th minute here. Still no score. Action been fairly even. 24th minute here, still no score. Action been fairly even. 24th minute here, still no score. Action been fairly even. 24th minute here, still no score. Action been fairly even. 24th minute here, still no score. Action been fairly even. 24th minute here, still no score. Action been fairly even. 24th minute here, still no score. Action been fairly even. 24th minute here, still no score. Action been fairly even. 24th minute here, still no score. Action been fairly even. 24th minute here, still no score. Action been fairly even. 24th minute here, still no score. Action been fairly even. 24th minute here, still no score. Action been fairly even. 24th minute here, still no score. Action been fairly even. 24th minute here, still no score. Action been fairly even. 24th minute here, still no score. Action been fairly even. 24th minute here, still no score. Action been fairly even. 24th min Lots of half chances both ways to this point. Back comes Kansas City again. Laskowski tried to find Jones. Just gave it away to Vandenberg. Motts. Sitch. Hemmings. Easy for Matthias. And now all the way back. It's Williams and Kelly. Back to Williams here. Williams, lots of space for Farley. Farley tried to thread through two defenders, but Sitch was able to knock it away. Hemmings had to deal with that, the oncoming pressure. Could move down the far side, try to get in a foot race though. And the referee's going to give the initial bump there. Referee's going to give Winano a talk on the far side of the field. Will be free kick for the Blues. This one a good 40 yards from goal. Kansas City lines up at the back post. Looks like Farley, Henderson, among others. That ball is played in. It was Jones who wanted the near post. Vansel came out, kind of lost it, but never really out of her control. Oh, tough throw there. Hemmings had to deal with it. Put it right into the body of Farley. Farley gives it another chance. Played it inside. Can Henderson turn? Henderson turns it, taken down, and that's a penalty. The referee's given the penalty for Kansas City as Henderson lays in a heap on the desperate challenge by Sonia Foose. And it will be a penalty kick for Kansas City.
That was a great turn by Henderson.
Yeah, fought Foose off. It's really what Foose had to do. Didn't have any other options. Started off a poor redistribution, a poor start by Chicago out of the back. Turnovers cost you in that part of the field, and we'll see if it costs Chicago here. Vansel up to the challenge. And Kansas City has the lead. So Casey Lloyd steps up and finishes for Kansas City, and it's 1-0 in the 27th minute. After the penalty kick was given away by Sonia Foose. So a tough pill to swallow there for the Chicago Red Stars, playing in an even game, but a turnover in their own end cost them early here. When Kansas City has scored first, they have not lost this season. And the Red Stars will have to break that if they want to continue to keep this win streak alive. Laskowski did well to take it away.
It'll be interesting to see how the Red Stars respond here. It's so early in the game. A lot of game left here, so they just got to stay positive.
And they weren't playing too poorly to start, really. It'll be interesting to see if that changes Rory Dames's, the head coach of the Red Stars, any plans he had about potentially bringing on Ella Masser or Lori Kolupny. Storyline yet to play out as Jones threads through a few defenders and finds Kelly, who swings it all the way over to Leanne Robinson. Robinson tried to play it through, found Henderson again. This time she's off, though. I think that was the right call. Henderson just off sides. So here's Dominguez back for Chicago. Can they find a way back? Not quite yet. Michelle Winano will come over to take this throw for Chicago. Winano looks for options, chooses McDonald. 1-0 again with the throw for Chicago. Dominguez. That ball's out of play. We'll go for a Kansas City goal kick here in the 30th minute. Well, I think we can probably agree that was the right penalty kick call. I didn't see if Foos retained a yellow for that. I can only imagine that she did.
Yeah. Melissa Henderson does what she does best, and during that play, and she was able to get a great turn in the box, and obviously a dangerous area right in front of the goal. So,
and again, it was the pressure, the high pressure, just really cost Chicago giveaways. You can go back in the season and look at the defensive giveaways and how that's cost them, giving up goals. One early on in a 0-0 game earlier in the season to Portland when it's a bad giveaway. The back line of Chicago gave a goal to Alex Morgan. It's a handball there on the far side by McDonald. Free kick for Kansas City. That goal that Alex Morgan took away off the foot of the Red Stars defender and then finished rather easily kind of turned that game from a 0-0 game in the second half to a eventual 2-0 defeat for Chicago. Just the small turnovers can cost you, and the high pressure by Farley. As again, here's Jones. Looks for help. Henderson running forward again. Taken away by Hemmings. Boskowski. Looked for Tamrak. Couldn't find her. Robinson. Boskowski lost it. Jones again. Taken easily. And now played up the line for McDonald. But again, Red Stars cannot maintain possession for long. Laid off, Boskowski. Tamrak, good touch forward. Now in is Henderson by herself. Henderson, great save by Vansel. And she has kept the Red Stars' hopes alive.
tremendous save.
Henderson in for a sure 2-0 lead for Kansas City. And she saves the defense yet again. Great stuff from Vansel. She's played well whenever she's been called upon in McLeod's absence.
I don't know how that ball skipped through, though, to Henderson. Did it skip over the center back's foot, or?
Good a guess as Motts retains possession here for the Red Stars, but not for long. Kansas City just swarming in midfield now. The space that was there earlier in the game, not so much now for Chicago. That 1-2 was never there as Matthias did well to mark Motts all the way. Matthias does great to avoid two Chicago defenders.
Good composure, good footwork there to get out of a dangerous situation.
Kelly to Boskowski. Williams. Bouncing around. Jones was hacked. Farley just plays it deep. This should be easy. Great save by Vansel earlier. Maybe a little bit of redemption. I think it was... She'd probably like to have that throw she threw to her own back earlier back, if you will, but made up for with a big save on Melissa Henderson.
Who knows, maybe that'll provide the spark for the Red Stars to get back in this game.
That's going to happen. They need more possession. McDonald, good flick through, but that is offsides, and it was well flagged by the assistant referee on the far side.
I agree. They definitely need to take care of the ball. A little more movement off the ball in order to maintain possession.
Kelly booms it forward. Foos won it out of the back. Only as far as Lloyd with a great move. Lloyd feeling good after that goal. Try the 1-2 back to Henderson. Sitch gets it out of there for Chicago. McDonald to Sitch. 1-0. Plays it back. Vansel. Sitch. Still not crisp at the back by Chicago. Not crisp anywhere at this point. Timrek. Past Vandenberg, who just collides with her, and here comes a card. And that's going to be a yellow for Vandenberg. Tells the referee that was only her first, but pretty clear yellow there. As Kansas City continues to exert the pressure on Chicago. 34th, about to be 35 minutes, 35th minute. And it will be Lloyd again. Very dangerous spot, about 30 yards from goal. Probably calls for a low, hard in-swinger here from Lloyd. Very coolly slotted away the lead. Lloyd, low, hard drive, just wide.
Wasn't expecting that.
If Vansel was nervous about it, she didn't let on. And she was. I certainly looked like that was closer than Vansel made it seem. She nonchalantly let it pass by her far post. I'm not sure that's exactly what Lloyd was looking for, but it almost made the score 2-0. Far side throw for Leanne Robinson. Henderson has been successful with that spin move several times, but not there. Lloyd. Very technical skills we've seen from Lloyd today. That header from Santa Catarina goes right into the lap of Farley. Lloyd again. Good through ball, looking for Jones, just not enough on it. Vansel was there. Vansel waits for the high forwards of Kansas City to check back before throwing that ball to Hemmings that time, but Hemmings gives it away. Laskowski, Jones. Physical play now as Santa Catarina comes out of there with it.
Great job by Jackie there.
Back and forth now. Here's Motts. Motts trying to use her speed. And a foot race down the near side with Williams. Williams tries to shove off Motts. Gets the best of the challenge there. No call. Looked like a shove at the end, but it will be a Red Stars throw.
Good battle there in the corner. That all started with Jackie's great win in the midfield there.
Williams certainly equal to the challenge with her speed, though, as Motts tried to use that to get past her. Henderson avoids Vandenberg. Banks it off Santa Catarina. Will be a Blues throw on the near side. Good movement by Henderson. Looks really active. She tries to go long. The searching ball for Farley. Intercepted. McDonald comes back for Chicago. Looked for the through ball, just couldn't find it. Now McDonald fouls right to the back of Laskowski.
It's just those final passes Red Stars are struggling to connect on.
Leanne Robinson. Tackled out of play by Winino. Henderson try to flick it forward. No one home. 38th minute. The Red Stars down 1-0 off the Lloyd penalty kick. Vandenberg. Good shield by Motts, who's taken down by Matthias here on the near side. Referee comes over to warn Matthias. Taryn Hemmings to put this back in play. Lots of players stream forward for Chicago. The ball not as long as you want. Flicked on by Santa Catarina. Winino trying to get there, but she can't. It'll be a goal kick. Can always depend on Jackie to win a header when that ball's floating in the air like that. And she did there. Just a little shorter than she probably was expecting. We'll go across for another goal kick for Kansas City. Another win by Santa Catarina. Sitch. Sitch gets bumped. Another free kick just inside of midfield. Kansas City had to be wondering where the goals are going to come from without Cheney and Cuellar. But Melissa Henderson has proven to be a very valuable asset going forward today for the Blues, leading to that penalty kick goal. have to be very pleased. Good step through here by Hemmings. Ball kind of gets away from her. Tried to slide it across. 5 Blues players are there to meet it. Couldn't get it totally out. Tried to knock it across and now cleared away. It's Temrek. Near side for Matthias. Deep for Henderson. It'll be off Henderson, and the Red Stars will get this throw back. Sonia Foos. Cross for Julian Sitch. Winino. Winino works against Lloyd. Winino tried the cross to the left foot. It's blocked. Sitch tries the cross in. It falls in the box. Benninger's there, though. Henninger's able to cover that easily. Seemed like the Red Stars were kind of flat-footed as that ball came down in the box there.
Yeah, it was a great ball in by Sitch there.
Fell right about the 6-yard box there. It just didn't seem like the Red Stars could locate it. Got to get on the end of some of those. They want to try to claw their way back.
Yeah.
Square pass. Laskowski reverses fields. Matthias. Matthias thought about trying to take Motts on. Instead, runs to the middle of the space in the park. Easy ball for Henderson. Plays it wide. Here's Lloyd giving chase. Lloyd on the far side works against Winino. Cuts inside. Lloyd plenty of time. Good sliding challenge by Winino to stop the cross. 5 minutes to go here in this first half of action. And Lisle, Illinois, home of the Chicago Red Stars, who trail the visiting FC Kansas City Blues. 1-0. That throw is knocked back. Lloyd, between a couple of Red Stars, gets taken down. Didn't look more like she tripped there. Lloyd wide open after the Red Stars gave chase to the throw-in. Timrek got it taken away by Santa Catarina. No support forward, though, for Chicago. Farley wins it back. That ball's ruled out of play on the near side. Matthias tried to slap the ball out of Vandenberg's hands to try to waste some time. Play deep. Dominguez saw her fair share of balls getting to her early in this game, but not so much recently. Good check back there by Courtney Jones to win the ball from the feet of Vandenberg. Henninger plays it deep. Misplayed by Hemmings. Winino has to give chase, keeps it in, saves it for Chicago. And then the ball was lacking there by Winino on the far side.
Looks like Kansas City has a lot of pace here on the right side, making it difficult for Vandenberg and Motts to really attack out of the back.
It's been where most of the danger has come from a Kansas City perspective. In addition to their speed, we've seen a lot of great tactical skill out there from Kansas City as well, being able to elude Chicago defenders, especially through the midfield. The throw destined for Temrak was just missed. Vandenberg. Motts tried to kind of slipped on the turf. Still wins the throw. Just a couple minutes here before stoppage time in the first half as Hemmings looks to go forward. Lost out of play there by Dominguez for Chicago. We'll go back over to FC Kansas City. Jones. Hemmings stuck her head in to win that. Garza could not retain possession, and Farley knocks it out of there. Shoulder challenge there for Lloyd on Winino, but Winino got the best and got the ball. Sitch lays it off. Foos forward to the head of Dominguez, who flicked it wide side for McDonald. McDonald works against Leanne Robinson. Robinson just watches as McDonald falls and then just kicks it out of play. McDonald. Offsides on the pass back to Winino there on the far corner. Red Stars just trying to piece something together. Just seems very choppy right now. Nothing more than a few passes being strung together. That ball was looking for Buskowski. Instead it finds Julian Sitch. Mott just misplayed it. That was Williams out of the back. Finally back. Chested down from Courtney Jones. Only 1 minute of stoppage time, and we're about to pass into that time. It's a few seconds left here before we hit 45 in the first half. Can Chicago mount one final threat here in the first half? McDonald let it go through to Dominguez. Dominguez has a step, works against Kelly. Dominguez across the face of goal, headed away by Matthias. Buskowski lost it. Julian Sitch! Never on target. Tough sliding challenge there. 2 by Farley. Trying to break it up off the foot of Julian Sitch. Like to let our fans know, first of all, we appreciate you joining us, both Chicago locally, around the world, and even those of you in Kansas City. We appreciate you all tuning into this broadcast as well. Hope you're enjoying it. This is Thursday action, NWSL action. We invite you to stick around for halftime. If you missed the pregame show, you can stick around for halftime. Keep the sound up. We'll be showing the Ella and Carm show during halftime before we're back for the second half, featuring our 2 newest German national team players that are here with us on the Red Stars. Final few minutes here. This ball is played through. Lloyd fancy herself to get on the end of that. It doesn't, and the referee will blow to end the first half. The Chicago Red Stars will feel rather unlucky. The defensive giveaway led to a penalty kick and a goal. With a halftime score, Chicago Red Stars 0 and FC Kansas City 1. Stick around for the halftime show, otherwise we'll be back to greet you in the second half.
All right, and welcome back to the Carmenella Show. We are here on week 4, is it now?
Yep, Epi 4.
Epi 4. So we're back with some special guests, and as you guys know, we typically dress like our, like the teammates that we bring on. So I don't know if it's obvious. It is obvious to us, of course. We see her every day, but we have a special guest named, what's her name again?
Leslie Osborne.
That's the one.
You know what? And the best part about this is that she has no idea what she's getting herself into because... Has she watched our show yet?
I said, you're on the Carmenella Show. She said, what's that?
Yeah,
so,
she hasn't been involved yet.
It's a bit new for her, so
and then
she's
we
up for a
have
treat.
Somebody else joining us as well.
That's right. Her name is Taylor Vansel. She is basically a youngin on the team who has done an incredible, a rookie. We call her Rook, right? That's
Yeah.
what you say? She's done an incredible job. The last 2 games has really done a good job for this team. The reason we brought them on together, to be honest, is because they have a very interesting dynamic, which you'll get to experience. So we're looking forward to that, and hopefully the show will be as entertaining as the last few.
Yeah, and I don't know. I know you were gone last week.
I was. Yeah.
So we played, right? Obviously, you watched the game.
Totally.
And there was this thing that happened on Twitter, and somehow the royal family got out, and that's fine. Thank you so much. But the thing was that somebody was talking about getting knighted.
Who?
Yeah, so I got like probably 10 or 15 things about being knighted.
Oh, the
Yeah.
peasant being knighted. That's not going to happen. I mean, no amount of kind gestures will get you to that point.
Next week,
so
stay
next
tuned,
week,
maybe.
Probably not. Thanks anyway. But on we get to the interviews. What are you doing? Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Welcome back. Obviously, our guests that have joined us. Give a round of
Hello, guys.
applause.
Woo! Welcome. Welcome to our wonderful show.
Yeah.
If you have time, actually, before we start, these glasses are basically showing how Leslie lives her life in every day. This is Leslie in a nutshell, right? So if you guys don't mind, go ahead and put these on
Sum it
for
up.
the rest of the interview.
Okay.
We're gonna.
do I?
You as well, please.
Okay.
It's more for you than anyone. So
Join the club.
thank you, Leslie, and go on, Ella. Sorry to
Okay.
interrupt.
Oh, no, you're good. All right, so today we're going to ask them each 3 questions, give or take, and then we have a fun little game to play, and
That's
then we
it.
have 2 bonus rounds. It's going to be a good one.
That's gonna be a very
Les,
good show.
act like
Yeah.
you're excited.
I am so excited. I
Again,
can't
she
wait
has,
for your
she
first
has no
question.
idea about the
Who would
show
like to
anyway.
go?
So.
Who'd like to go first?
Leslie's all over it.
Okay, Les.
Thanks, Taylor. Such a gentle.
First question. Now, this was, a lot of people helped us with these questions.
Oh, good.
So,
I
okay,
hope
number
Taryn
1.
and Rory were part of this.
So what would you say is your favorite nickname? I'm going to give you 3 choices. Okay. Number 1, Ozzy. Number 2, Lester. And number 3, Les. It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
My favorite would be Ozzy out of that.
Okay.
We'll just go with it.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
All right, Con, you're out.
Yeah, next question. So we know that you're super passionate about soccer, but you have a lot more to you, of course. So if you don't mind sharing with people some of your other passions, and I know you basically do something on a daily basis that I think a lot of people would be interested in knowing about. So what would that be?
Are you talking about
Yeah.
That would be it.
Well, for fun, I'm a yogi. I do yoga every day. It's called Core Power Yoga, and I go every day.
Yes.
And all my teammates know what time I go.
6:15.
We have to actually hurry this up
Yeah.
to get,
So I'm already thinking about how I can't be late.
Okay.
You gotta hurry up because she's gotta go. But what do you like about it? Why do you go?
I started about 2 years ago to help my body. I've had a lot of surgeries, and I've been encouraged to do it and start it, and I finally did. And it helps my head and it helps my body, and I'd say it's a daily routine, and I love it.
Good outlet. Excellent. Really nice. All right. Thank you for sharing that.
I'm sure you're welcome.
Yeah, it's so cool. One more for you then.
Okay.
One more. You're very special. Very.
Thanks.
Can we say your outfit though first? Could you stand up and show us your outfit just to see if we got it correctly?
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah, let's see if we got
We
it.
didn't actually tell her we were going
No.
to do this. I should be in a tank top, but hey, this is
is
when it's
nice.
a little cooler. Anyway, so she wore this without us knowing that
Yeah.
she was going to wear this. So we're pretty spot on about Leslie. Thank you.
A+ for us. Okay, if you had to describe how exactly you eat your bagels. We have a picture coming live shortly,
good.
okay?
Oh, good. Did
We
we
tried to
see
get a
the
bagel,
picture?
but we didn't get to find one. So if you had to just describe, let's say in 3 key points.
Okay. I like crusty,
That's quotable.
hard,
Okay. No, how you eat it. Rewind.
because
One
I
more.
like crusty and things. I
Yeah.
like to eat the outside. So I usually eat the outside of a bagel, the outside of a donut hole, the crust off the pizza. That's what I do.
Again, we'll send you a picture.
We'll send you a
guys.
picture.
That's
It's
gonna
not
be-
like anything I've
It's not
ever
that
seen
weird.
before.
It's
No,
not that weird.
I'm not saying. No,
No.
it's
It could-
normal.
It could be worse.
You're right. It could be a lot worse.
Yeah.
Honestly, you have
Yeah.
nothing to worry about. So,
Thanks, Con.
you're welcome. So, Taylor, we'll move on to you.
Great. Oh, yeah,
You
okay.
have the first one.
So you've been with Rory since you were about 12, which goes about 10 years now?
Yeah.
So could you say the biggest difference from when he coached you then, or the 10 years, if he's changed, if you still love him as much now as you did then?
Or more.
Or
I mean,
more,
that's
yeah.
possible.
We'll go with love, go with like.
Okay. Good start.
Yeah. No, I think he's gotten a little bit nicer with age.
Wow.
Definitely. Not as
missed
much of the running nightmares and everything that we used to do when we were younger.
Okay.
But, that might be an age thing.
Right.
But, yeah, I mean, Rory's just Rory.
Good. That's
Excellent.
unique.
Yeah.
If someone would
That's
say
a good
unique. There it is.
Okay, so on the topic of unique, so why don't you go ahead and tell us some of the things you like to do in your off time?
Baking, cooking, drawing,
Okay.
painting.
Oh yeah, she does do little characters. the cartoons.
Yeah, I can draw.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I have a nannying job, which is awesome. So
Yes.
it takes up a lot of time.
If you weren't playing soccer, what is something that you would choose to do with your time?
Oh, if I wasn't playing soccer,
You
Yeah,
make candles.
yeah.
Perfect.
Candles,
There
there you go.
it is.
Candle
That's what I
making.
do.
That's good. You did it once, maybe you can do it again. That would be pretty
Why
cool.
not?
All right, well, good. We have a little fun game for you guys as well, okay? So,
You gotta turn your brain on. You guys
gotta
get
turn your
ready.
brain
Oh,
on.
Okay.
This is a bit of rapid fire. I'll give you a bit of background. So, you have to just finish the sentence, okay?
They're like common sayings.
These are cliches.
Yeah.
Cliches. Got a bit of inside information. This isn't Leslie's strong point, so
And we're hoping Taylor
Pretty
steps
sure-
up to the bar.
I'm pretty sure she's messed up more than she's got right. So,
Where's
here-
Taryn? I'm here to finish telling.
I wouldn't call Taryn in a moment because she's the one who actually suggested it. So.
That wasn't me.
Taryn Bell.
Taryn Bell. We're gonna, if you don't mind. So sticks and stones will break your bones, but
Words would never hurt me.
yeah, that's
Very
good. All right,
Are
she
you
nailed
sure
it.
that's right? Word.
Yes, that's right.
Guys, we're not acting like this
Not
in real
too
life.
long,
So the next one here. The early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse.
This is for you, Les.
Me?
Yeah.
That was for
For
Taylor.
Taylor, for Taylor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the second mouse
I don't know. Gets the cheese.
gets the cheese. Got it. Well done. Okay. Well, Melissa, you're next.
Okay. Les, there's just two blanks, so there's just two words you have to add into this one,
Yes.
okay?
See if she knows
People in a glass house shouldn't blank blank.
it. Okay, go on then. Maybe just give it to her.
Okay, throw, and then what's the last one?
People in the glass house shouldn't throw balls.
Bricks or stones?
Bricks or stones? You know,
Balls and then category
also
two.
break the glass as well. It would.
Okay. Okay.
It's not the
Thanks
worst
for that
answer.
one.
Yeah.
Here's another one. Don't count your chickens
Before they hatch.
There it is.
Excellent. Very good. All right.
The reason we call these two on, they're two exceptional people, but they have a very unique, they have a very interesting relationship. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch roles.
Yes.
So Leslie, I want you to act how Taylor acts towards you, and then Taylor, I want you to act how Leslie acts for you.
Oh, I can nail this.
Taylor's ready. I think she does it actually on her own time
Yes.
when nobody asks her.
Yeah.
So why don't you let's show
Go ahead,
everybody your
you
dynamic.
guys take over.
You're so annoying.
I love you too, Leslie.
That's pretty much it. Just
Okay,
tell everybody
okay.
what this is. This is the root of this.
She's a bully.
Can we tell
She's
you Can you just tell us how it started, that first
Yeah.
practice, when somebody...
Well, it started before that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's just when it came out.
Okay.
Okay. Bully rookie.
Right.
We're playing.
Right.
5v5. You know, I'm
Yeah.
delicate, I'm a veteran, I'm a little old already. I'm playing, the ball's up in there coming to me, I'm about to flick it on and like score a goal, and she pushes me from behind.
Really?
And it could have hurt, you know, it kind of hurt, but it scared me, and I was like,
What was your reaction?
I said, Taylor, you can't do that.
Well, your dinosaur butt wasn't in the way.
The bonus question is this. As Leslie said, her passion is yoga. So, whoever can tell me, you can pick any pose you want,
Any pose.
and whoever can name this pose,
Gets
gets the free ticket. So whoever
pretty
can
good,
watch
huh?
this video, tell me what pose she's doing, gets the 2 tickets for the game this Sunday, 3 o'clock versus Boston. It's a big game.
Well, thank you guys for your time and your energy and your banter. That was quite honest. Expected a little bit more than. We had hoped for, but you guys take it off the field a little bit too, which is good. So, anyways, long story short, let's join us next week for, well, when's the next time we'll be back?
Kansas City.
Kansas.
Yeah, Kansas City. So hopefully, next week before.
Next week. Okay, let's go ahead and vote and see, who you guys would like on the show next, and we'll go from there. So thank you guys.
Thanks, y'all.
All right, welcome back to the second half here. FC Kansas City leads Chicago 1-0 off a penalty kick goal halfway through the first half. Kansas City missing 6 starters today. Certainly didn't look like it by their first half effort. I wouldn't have known that. They played very well, especially in attack, and they start off the second half in the same way with Timrak. Timrak looks to go to goal. Fights against Foose, saved near post by Vansel. Early attacking. The Red Stars did make 2 substitutions, as we thought they might. Rory Dames elected to go to his bench to bring in Lori Kolupny and Inka Grings. Grings will take her spot on the near side, out wide, while Lori Kolupny will play in that attacking midfield role for Chicago. They're going to need to find at least one to drag themselves back in and try to get a point here. No visible changes for the Blues as Timrak comes out of there again. Timrak with a head of steam. Looks for options, plays it wide. That's offsides. On the far side was Jones. First half mainly inconsistent for the Red Stars. Looked like they were going to start pretty well and did start very well. Had some early opportunities at goal, some half chances, but some inconsistent play after that. Lots of pressure by FC Kansas City. Forced some mistakes, and that eventually led to be their undoing as a turnover off a throw from Vansel turned into a Kansas City attack, which led to Melissa Henderson being taken down in the box, and then the penalty kick knocked home by Lloyd. Good ball here as the substitute and captain Lori Kolupny takes on to the near side, sends a cross in front, and it went all the way through the 6-yard box. It's still in play though as Vandenberg sends one across again into the danger area, now cleared away, only as far as Julian Sitch. Sitch works the byline, sends a low cross, try to get a touch to it, and Henninger is there to finally cover and relieve pressure for Kansas City. Finally, a little bit of life now from the Red Stars. Matthias, deep. Shoved in the back there as Jones gets the call. That was Henderson on the far side. Will be a spot kick inside of midfield for FC Kansas City. Sun sets here in Lisle, Illinois. Foose wins the header. Nice touch to lay it off. Temrak now looks for Jones. Jones again sends a cross. Touched away by Sitch. Throw in for Kansas City. That's into the box. Sent across. Good touch away there. Look for Motts on the far side. Matthias lets it roll out. Oh, but it will be a Chicago throw. Melissa Henderson also had a great opportunity to make it 2-0 in favor of Kansas City. Just a few minutes after the penalty kick goal, Vansel came up with a huge save on what looked to be a sure goal. Hemmings gives that chase, lets it roll across the line for a Vansel goal kick for Chicago. Chicago will need to look to Lori Kolupny, the spark plug in the midfield for Chicago. She's scored some key goals for them this season, including a tying goal in the first game of the season. Good move through by Dominguez. Dominguez is in. Can she net it? Saved by Henninger. And she keeps us in a 1-0 game. A great chance for Dominguez, and each keeper has now saved a sure goal. Red Stars will look to keep the pressure on. Kolupny is tripped up, gets the call, and will get the free kick. Kolupny already making an impact early on in this game as the Red Stars looking about as threatening as they have the entire game in these last 4.5 minutes. Kolupny lines it up. Vandenberg's left foot is also in the mix. Referee repositions the wall. Kolupny, low drive across. Right to the near post. Appeals on both sides, and it will be a corner kick. 50th minute. Early here in the second half. Red Stars starting to press. Lydia Vandenberg, the goal kick. She swings it in. Back post. Wenina was there. Just couldn't make contact to it. Santa Catarina tried the second ball, and it's finally cleared. Hemmings recollects, though, for Chicago. Looks to switch. Inka Greens, the German national, one of the best goal scorers of all time in the women's game. She looked for the return pass, couldn't find her. Be nice to see the Germans make an impact and get Chicago back into this one. Still looking for their first. Red Stars, of course, still one substitute left to use. It looks like those that exited the game were Jessica McDonald and Diora Garza, Denora Garza. Buskowski comes out of there. Matthias avoids the challenge. Can't avoid Lori Kolupny, though, who makes the good steal and now presses forward. The break is on here for Chicago. She's taken down, but finds on the far side. Another foul there, and that's finally going to be whistled. Dominguez called for the challenge on Buskowski. Kansas City a bit on the back heels to start the second half. Lori Kolupny eating up space in the midfield. Motts try to find Kolupny. Couldn't. Now back the other way. Lloyd. Lloyd giving chase. Lloyd to the byline. Looks for options. Sends a low one across. Flicked out of there. Will be a throw in on the near side for Kansas City. Taken quickly. Leanne Robinson is fouled by Kolupny. Kolupny holds her hand up. Apologizes. Casey Lloyd stands over it for Kansas City. Lloyd's been taking most of the spot kicks today, including the penalty kick. Sends this one in. Back post run. Of course, Jackie Santa Catarina there to win the header. Going on the far side. Farley played it back. Now the cross comes in from Jones. All the way to the back post for Winino. Takes a touch and now clears it out of there. And Robinson got a touch to it. Couldn't find a teammate, though, and Santa Catarina now presses the advantage for Chicago. Looks for options and has Dominguez on the near side. Dominguez has 3 Red Stars, including Motts at the back post. Key header by Matthias. It'll go for a corner. She had to have it. Motts was running in unmarked on the back post. 54th minute. Red Stars still looking for the equalizer. Kolupny for the in-swinger. Low, hard, never in play. Bit of a waste there. Henninger restarts play. Flicked on through. Foose knocks it forward. Good win there by Grings. Rolls out of play. Chicago throw in on the far side. Taken quickly to the feet of Alyssa Motts. Try to find the through ball back. Giving chase is Grings. Grings trying to get there to the byline. Knocked it off. It looks like for a corner, and yes, it will be. Another Red Stars corner for Lori Kolupny. So Kolupny will line this up, see if she can do better with the second effort. She does. This time it's high. Service. Deep, though. Santa Catarina won it again, but not to any particular player. And it's cleared all the way down to Vansel, who is 50 yards from goal. Under pressure. Swats it away poorly. Tamarack, wide open net if she chooses to play it. Instead lays it off wide. Now running down. Here's Henderson. Henderson takes to the byline. Sends it across deep. Across the face of goal. Not in yet. And then finally cleared away. Dangerous moment to the back. Another mistake from Chicago almost cost them a 2-0 deficit as Henderson sent that across. And Kansas City could just not send it home. Lloyd. Sitch came over to win it. Williams all the way back. Henninger does the smart thing and punches it deep. Chicago restarts with Vansel. Hemmings. Forward, long run for Vandenberg. Vandenberg collides with Matthias on the far side. Will roll out for a goal kick. Matthias a little slow to get up. Again, only 3 options on the bench today for FC Kansas City. All 3 new reserve call-ups. High ball, 1 down. Kolupny got a foot in there. Good win from Farley. She punched it forward, but her teammates could not control. Grings. Wide for Winino. Has Grings streaking in the middle. Can she find her? Just a little much. But it had an awkward play there out of the back for Matthias. And here comes another Chicago corner kick. They're beginning to mount here, as is the pressure in the 57th minute. Again, Kolupny. And she will be joined by Vandenberg, who will probably take it with her left foot. Vandenberg. Good service. Santa Catarina didn't get it to a teammate. Tamarack comes out of there with it. Pressed all the way by Lori Kolupny. Kolupny knocks it out of play. A tough challenge with Tamarack. Leanne Robinson. Right to the head of Winino. Back to Robinson's head. Tamarack couldn't win it over Jackie Santa Catarina. Flicked forward by Buskowski to Hemmings. Hemmings left foots it wide, looking for Motts, but instead found Matthias. And now Courtney Jones uses speed and strength. Shoulders off Vandenberg. Tries to find a cross. Back post. Henderson is there and left it wide. Lloyd was probably calling her off the whole way. Lloyd had a better angle. She could have found a brace in this game, but instead it's still 1-0. Back and forth the action goes now. Hemmings. Forward. Grings. Not her best touch, but instead goes to Dominguez. Now back. In comes Lloyd Kolupny. Kolupny's in! Henninger again. Just a little much. Little heavy touch there by Kolupny with her full head of steam. And this artificial surface, just ever so light of a touch, can go quite a distance. Betrayed Kolupny a bit there. Holes starting to appear on this back line of both sides, really. Grings. All the way back. Pressured by Lloyd. Foos. 2 Germans work with it. Foos elects to go long to Dominguez. Shielded away by Katie Kelly. Go out for a throw. Not a lot of movement from Kansas City here. Winino fighting on the near side with Lloyd. Looked like it might have grazed off Lloyd's arm here. No call anyways. Robinson maintains possession. This time finds the head of Henderson. With that header finds Kolupny. Good move by Sitch in between a couple of Blues players. Drives the line, goes off of Sitch, will go for a deep, deep throw-in on the near side. Leanne Robinson yet again. Lloyd plays it forward. Here's Hemmings. Hemmings. Miscommunication there. There's a couple of wide Red Stars players are making a run in. Try to knock on forward there. Motts couldn't keep it in play. Tough throw into handle there off Kansas City player. Red Stars looking to work quickly. Grings, Sitch. Sitch gave it away. Sitch is able to win it back though. Tough sliding challenge there. Well done by Farley. And offsides is going to be whistled here on Motts. Started her run a little early. 62nd minute. Red Stars still looking for that vital equalizer as the sun begins to set behind the trees here at the beautiful complex at Benedictine University. Santa Catarina. Good win by Buskowski. Timrak. Farley. Buskowski to Leanne Robinson. Winino. Winino tries to spring Dominguez. Dominguez gives chase. Katie Kelly has to be there. All the way to the back post. Williamson couldn't find it, and Grings over the top. Oh, a great chance for the German to make a vital impact in this one. And it just went over the bar with her left foot. Put the back line of the Blues under significant pressure as Williams was not able to get there. And Dominguez's pace put Kelly into a little bit of difficulty there. Crowd beginning to stir. Feel like it could be a chance here for Chicago to gain a little bit of a foothold. Just over an hour gone by. One goal here can make this last half hour interesting for Chicago. Certainly have to be mindful about giving up a second one. A hard challenge by Hemmings through the back of Henderson, and that will elicit, looks like a card, and it will. Booking for Hemmings. A little bit of embellishment, I'd say, but tough challenge nonetheless. Free kick for Kansas City. Winino wins the free kick. Only as far as Leanne Robinson. Lloyd. Casey Mangera Lloyd tries to find the cross. Taken out of there by Sonia Foos. Looks deep for Motts. Motts heads it forward. Really to empty space. Henninger in an awkward situation just clubs it deep. Go out for a Red Stars throw. Knocked forward by Farley. Foos swings it up in the air and out of play. Sure, still not as crisp as head coach Rory Dames would like from the Red Stars at this point. Well, looking better. Henderson tried to play it through, instead wins the throw. Vansel restarts for the Red Stars. Sonia Foos imploring her goalkeeper to play it deep. Jackie Santa Catarina up for it. Lloyd down with it. Timrak now with the head of steam in the break. Looks for options. Foos runs her off. Nice. Clever play and a good through ball. Just couldn't find her mark. Courtney Jones was looking for Henderson to spring her through. Vandenberg the other way for Chicago. This game at almost a frantic pace still with 25 minutes to go. Timrak again with a head of steam. Back post run. Jones by herself in the 6. And top shelves it for a 2-0 lead. And the promising start to the second half for Chicago evaporates and a puff of a 2-0 lead for Kansas City. It's like the Red Stars aggressive to try to get into the attack there. Vandenberg, Winino both very forward on the previous long ball. And 2 times in a row, should have known better, Timrak had a head of steam, and the second time was the charm for her. She was able to pick out the back post run from Jones, who really, really fantastic finish. Just a top shelf that from inside the 6-yard box. Power deep. Henderson gives chase, puts Hemmings into difficulty, gets whistled for the foul and a little tug on the arm. Kansas City can really smell a little blood in the water at this point. Red Stars certainly wounded by that second goal. Sonia Foos is screaming instructions. Very critical of the defense there. Probably every right to be. It was back-to-back counterattacks. Odd player rushes. That header all the way back. Henninger saves it from going out of play. Substitute is on third and final sub for Chicago. Jennifer Hoy. Jackie Santa Catarina takes a seat. This long ball looks for Kolupny. Kolupny's in behind Williams. Kolupny works against her now. Uses speed to go to the byline. Sends a cross in there over the head of Dominguez and through the legs of Winino and Leanne Robinson. But Robinson wins that, gets there first. Lloyd taken away by Sitch. Sitch, wide open is Motts, who moves centrally. Dominguez looks for options. Chooses the wide one for Winino. Sends a cross. Knocked away. Another key header there. Mathias on the back post. Miscommunication there. And that ball rolls out of play. Hoy gets in on her first action. Headed back into a dangerous spot. Inca Grings was there to create difficulties, but Kansas City is able to work their way out of the back. Lloyd fought off by Winino. Good ball through, and more speed from Jones. Jones tries an early shot. Never really challenged Vansel. No substitutes yet for Kansas City, but they are starting to get loose on the far side. They will feel more inclined to use those three subs, after the second goal. 2-0. Always an ever precarious lead, especially when you're on the road. And it is the end of a long 3-game road trip for Kansas City. Lloyd, more options. Has a wide open Timrak on the back post if she wants to use her. She goes in right at Vansel. Good strike, good hard strike, but right at Vansel, never had a problem with it. Vansel pokes this deep. Good touch by Dominguez. Tried to flip it through was Hoy. Coming through was Motts. Couldn't get there to it. Hemmings brings it down. 1-2, now here's Hoy. Hoy looks for Motts in the middle. Try to find the long run from Vandenberg. Now back out. Dominguez sends the cross in. Leanne Robinson. Critical back in play. 2 Red Stars giving chase. Kolupny. Good touch. Avoids Lloyd. Kolupny surrounded by Kansas City players. And now finally one out of there. Farley did well to win it. And now she has the ball at her feet. Plenty of space. Nice play by Henderson just to knock it back to Lloyd. Wide open back post. That was absolutely the right ball as Courtney Jones again unmarked as the Red Stars outside backs push forward. If she had measured that one correctly, it was another breakaway. Sitch. Foose. Giveaway there as Kolupny taken down. Farley slid in to challenge. It will be a throw in off Farley's challenge. 72nd minute. Red Stars need 2. At least. Laskowski there to clean it up. Robinson forward. Hoy finally gets control of it. Winino. Dominguez tried to turn but couldn't and ends up at the feet of Timrak. Here she goes again. Henderson giving chase. Vansel is going to come out to play it and does cleanly. Hoy. Hemmings. Forward run. Trying to spring Kolupny. Kolupny gets there. Works against 2 defenders. Retreats. And that's clubbed out of play for a Red Stars throw. Red Stars continue to struggle scoring goals at home. Although they thought they might have broken out of that recently. That ball's deflected in. Henninger comes to pick it up easily. And finds a wide open Lloyd. No one within 20 yards of Lloyd as she comes down now. Sonia Foose comes to marker. Not a lot of support. Lloyd is forced to turn around, though, back to goal. 1-2 touch between Henderson and Timrak doesn't quite work out. Laskowski back to Leanne Robinson. Red Stars beginning to look a little leg weary. Robinson sends it across dangerously. Touched away by Hemmings, though. Critical touch. She had a couple options in the box. Here's Courtney Jones. Henderson. Weaving through defenders. Kelly. Robinson. Looked long for Jones. Headed away. Farley is able to win it back. Timrak. Surrounded. Hounded. And still gets rid of it. Jones to the byline. Her touch carries her away. Knocked clear of the 6-yard box and finally out by Sitch. Hoy on the far side. Has some fresh legs. Plays it deep. That's over the top in a dangerous area. Now here's Dominguez. Past the keeper. Can she make it? 2-1. No! Off the side of the goal. A wide open net from Maribel Dominguez. And it goes awry. A difficult break for Chicago as Henninger was caught really nowhere, chasing a ball to try to make a play that was beautifully played out of the back. Dominguez beating the keeper and then just couldn't finish into a wide open net. Unbelievable. Good heavens. Farley up the side. Looking for Henderson. So Red Stars just have to feel absolutely devastated after that one. Surely it was 2-1. Motts. Certain that no one feels worse about that than does Dominguez. But the Red Stars need her to focus. At this point, down 2 goals. Only 15 minutes in which to dig themselves out. Boskowski out of the back. Giving chase. Great win by Leanne Robinson. Boskowski. Good ball through Melissa Henderson. She is offsides. Just a little tardy with that pass. It was the right play. 77 minutes. As Foose comes forward. Plays it outside of the right foot to Winino. Looks through for Hoy. Shouldered off by Katie Kelly. Kelly couldn't find Leanne Robinson. It will be a Red Stars throw here on the near side. Winino looks to take it quickly. Does to the feet of Motts. Motts' ball was lacking, but she's able to win it back for Sitch. Sitch. Motts. Winino. Back to Sitch. That left-footed through ball attempt couldn't find it. Lloyd looks tired now. As Sitch is able to win that back. Foose loses off a good tackle from Henderson, who still looks like she has life in the legs. Boskowski had other options. So here's Inka Grings. You can hear her up here in the booth imploring her Red Stars to push forward. If you watch the Ella and Carm show, you will know that the Germans are extremely vocal out on the field, barking instructions, in the words of Ella Masser, to her and her teammates. They will not let this lead go quietly. Red Stars desperately trying to get the ball, get some possession, just not able to. That long ball is too long for Jones as Vansel collects it just off the touchline. Restarted by Hemmings. Kansas City conceding basically the first half of the field. Hemmings doing a lot of running. Needs to find some help. Sitch. Motts stopped it for a second, then played it off herself. 79th minute. Here comes the substitute on the far side here. It looks like it will be Lloyd exiting. Lloyd looked like she had hit the wall there. And now a huge entrance here by, looks like Jamie French, who has come into the game, to a huge fan club here in Chicago. Jamie French makes an impact early on, winning the ball from a tired Winino. French back inside. Farley. Robinson. Robinson. Katie Kelly. Given away there by Boskowski. Uncharacteristically, Kolupny plays it wide. Jennifer Hoy. Into the corner. Works against Robinson. Robinson just outmuscles her. Easily done for her. Robinson past Kolupny. Now past Motts. Ball behind Timrak, who was able to win it for French. Back to Timrak. Timrak, lots of space in the middle of the park. Plays a ball over there. Skipped forward by Matthias. Looking for Jones. That ball's banked off her. Will go for a Red Stars goal kick. Jones fancying herself as a forward now. With the success she's had up top, doesn't surprise me in the least. Ten minutes to go here. There's a foul. A barge in the back. Saw a yellow card go for a barge in the back earlier. That was against Henderson. Sitch was the victim that time. And Hemmings will deliver this long ball just on the negative side of midfield for Chicago. Hemmings fires it in. Headed away, but not clear. Now it's finally punched clear. Henderson shields away Grings. Sorry, Foose. Long for French. Hoy always had her beat with the foot race. Vansel out of the back. Not a deep long ball. Does the job though. Now here's Inca Grings. Look to the far side, tried to play it through. Cleared out of the back. Red Stars need to find their goal scorers here. Namely, Lori Kolupny. It's been noticeably without touches in the last few minutes. Here she is. Sends one across, looking for Grings. Couldn't find it. Laskowski turned out of danger. Grings, good challenge from behind. Sliding in was Vandenberg. She couldn't quite win it. Now gets it at her feet, but then lost it. Thias or Jones. That's off Henderson. The far side will be a Chicago throw. That is the wrong call, it looks like. Let's see what the call is going to be. It's going to be a Kansas City throw-in. So, yeah, that was the wrong call. Clearly banked off. Kansas City player on its way out of bounds. Nevertheless, Kansas City restarts. Tough tackle there. Pulled away by Farley. Matthias. Looks long for Jones. Did a pulled in Henderson. Vansel restarts us in the 83rd minute. And restarts it right out of play. Once again, these two teams face off again in Kansas City this Sunday. It's offsides here. As Courtney Jones was in behind the defense yet again. Be critical for the Red Stars to try to get some points out of these games. They want to continue to make forward progress and digging themselves out of an early hole beginning of this season. We've had a couple of great results in the last couple of weeks, rising to past the Washington Spirit in the standings. Still have a couple games in hand over some of the top teams in NWSL. Jones shoots. Vansel had to tip it over the top. It was a shot that was right at her. But Vansel had to tip it over as it was rising. Good play from Jones today. So Timrock with the right-footed corner kick here. Drives it across. Knocked away in the near post by Motts. Kansas City retains possession. Robinson. French. Slides it across. Easy play out of the back from the Red Stars. Inca Grings tried to head that forward for Dominguez off the Kolupny clearance. But now it's Farley for Kansas City. Wide. Matthias. Kansas City icing the game here with the possession. Tough ball there by Katie Kelly. Henninger was alert to play it deep. Winino stepped in. Leanne Robinson, good ball over the top, looking for French. Foose stepped over, and then the offsides flag goes up. Henderson was in an offside position when the initial ball was played. And as that ball worked its way through to her, she was whistled for the offsides. That ball's knocked on. Laskowski wins it. Mathias clears it. Vansel looked for Vandenberg. Has abandoned her left back spot for all intents and purposes and playing a left midfield role now. Slides it in for Dominguez. The Red Stars need 2 in 5 minutes. Sitch. Who can provide the lift? Dominguez. Hoy. Hoy's ball couldn't find Dominguez through. Robinson. She's been up to every challenge asked of her today. Leanne Robinson on the near side. Winino. Pass French. Lots of space. Leaves it for Kolupny. Now here's Kolupny. Kolupny goes in. She's taken down the top of the box. That's a shoulder down. She went down right at the top of the box. Just a penalty. Just a free kick. Not a penalty, excuse me. And that's a yellow card handed out to Williams. Kolupny went to ground on the elbow and shoulder challenge. So it will be a free kick about 20 yards from net here. The Red Stars need to find a way to put this home. It looks like there's a German conference over the ball here. Foose or Grings. Chipped over! Save by Henninger. Another key save. Her second of the game. Foose, good. Just needed a little bit more on that from her. It's actually Kolupny on there with her. Vandenberg and now Kolupny again over in the corner. 88th minute. Vandenberg set to play. Sends it in. 6-yard box. Header right across. Back post for Hemmings. Never got her body weight over it. Tried her best. Things beginning to look very grim now if you're a Red Stars supporter. Kansas City must be feeling very good about their performance today. 6 starters out and a 2-0 lead on the road to a surging Chicago club fresh off back-to-back victories. Almost a good through ball there. Inka Grings was dispossessed. Thought she was fouled by Buskowski. Leanne Robinson tried to play it down. Vansel. Hemmings. Rory Dames asking her to bring it deep instead of playing a long ball. Hemmings doing her best to do so, but she's marked by Timrek, making her earn every yard. Sitch. Wide for Winino. Winino. Cuts inside. Knocked off the ball. Sitch. Sitch. Tries to find a cross. That's deflected. Knocked high and out of play by Katie Kelly. Motts flicks it in. Dominguez. Motts tried her left foot, was blocked. Now tried it again, and it will just trickle onto Henninger, who thought about picking up and will wait for Grings to force her hand. Oh. And Grings is going to be given a yellow card there for stripping the ball out of the keeper's hand. As Henninger dropped that ball right in front of Grings. I'm not sure that's a yellow card. 90 minutes have come and gone. The Red Stars now desperate for any signs of pulling themselves into this game. Motts is open. Missed the first touch and will go out of play. Kansas City throw. Substitutions now. As you can imagine, Kansas City trying to pull time off the clock. Ignored by the head referee. Cleared only as far as Hemmings. Hemmings comes inside. Easy ball for Henninger. Headed on by French. And the referee will halt play for a substitute here. Looks like he... Lori Kolupny having a chat with the head referee. I wonder if it was about that last little exchange between Henninger and Inca Grings. Dominguez. Grings. Shouldered away. Played deep. Well into stoppage time any minute now. Vansel. Over the head of Vandenberg. Red Stars throw in. On behalf of the broadcast crew, obviously there are a lot of camera work to be done as a breakaway happens here. Cuts inside. Henderson tries to slide it across, but it finds the feet of Sonia Foos. Almost given away in the back. So I was saying, big thank you to the production crew. They work very hard to bring you these games. We hope you've enjoyed it as the referee signals the end of this one. Chicago Red Stars fought hard, but in the end, defeated by a very, very game Kansas City team. 2-0 today. Once again, these two teams will meet. Red Stars will be looking for a little revenge this Sunday in Kansas City. Until then, till next time, for next Chicago Red Stars home game, my name is Ben Solomon, and it has been a pleasure to be with you. I hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Until next time, have a very pleasant evening.